let's remember he did dominate Musamira Kakandi. A lot of people, knowledgeable people in the trade, thought that was a dangerous fight for him to take. I remember talking to people beforehand, a dangerous fighter with a big punch from the Peacock Gym. Toward dominated him, then he was caught with a shot, and then that set up that brutal knockout. And now Toward will look to get to his work early. Goulding says he has to take him out of his rhythm. He's a rhythm fighter, Toward, and he has to do it from the first bell, and that is the first hurdle here for Connor Goulding.
Yeah, because Toward is not only a strong puncher, you know, he boxes really well, he got that really wide stance, and he sits on that back foot as he's crawling forward, so he's a hard target to hit.
Looking to land that southpaw jab to the body in these early stages. Terrific amateur, 10-time national champion as an amateur, Team GB fighter. Brilliantly skillful. A real buzz when he turned over, and a buzz at the start of his pro career, and what he hopes is just a blip along the way against Kakandi.
And it's just about self-belief, you know, for Toward, really. He's still a good fighter, you know, he got caught with a couple of good shots, and it happens, unfortunately. That's the risk you take in boxing. But he was boxing well, you got to remember that. So just go about your business. That's what you've got to try and think. I'm still a good fighter. There's not a vulnerability in my chin. I just got caught with a very, very good shot.
Straight away you could see that there is real intent in Dan Toward's work here. You can almost see him gritting the teeth behind the gum shield.
Still right hand there from Goulding, just a second ago. That's good. Go try and give something.
Great fast hands from Toward to the body and then to the head. Goulding boxed to southpaw in March. He lost over 10 rounds to the 12-0 James Hennigan in a Liverpool derby. He said Toward holds his feet a bit more than Hennigan. He should be easier to hit. Well, he's pretty elusive so far.
Yeah, he stays nice and low, see, Toward. It's harder to punch down with accuracy. So he sits nice and low with that wide stance.
Slashing left to the body, and then he did punch down with accuracy. And now he goes to the body of Goulding again.
Good work from Toward then. He didn't get his feet too close. Kept the punches nice and long. Just moved his feet around the target to get a different angle of attack.
Got a big hug before he went out there from Dave Caldwell, trying to give him that self-belief, and this has been such an impressive opening round from Dan Toward. It's been a real dazzling 3 minutes from him so far. Left hook lands there after the double jab. This is superb. The defeat and then the comeback from it can add to your name locally and give your story that little bit of piquancy, that twist that people like. Just Connor Goulding having to arrange himself here, or have himself arranged by John Smith anyway. I think that's a nice way of putting it. Barry's chuckling away.
Well, the other shot's a little bit higher, that's all, and that's not a bad little trick there. They didn't quite get away with, though, unfortunately. A really controlled first round that was from Toward, and to finish it on the last sort of 10 seconds were quite sizzling.
This is, of course, Newcastle against Liverpool, and we know what happened back in March, and Newcastle on top again here. Connor Goulding, a former Liverpool season ticket holder, up against it here, against the excellent Dan Toward. Straight left hand from Toward after the right hook just disturbed Goulding momentarily.
It's a straight left hand, but he bends his body over, gets a different angle, so it's very hard to see. The sky's lovely. That's what he needs to do there, Goulding. Just a little bit slow with the retraction of his arms, though, Goulding. He punches out, brings it back a bit slow, and that allows Toward the target to hit.
Again, doubling up that jab, Toward. Real spite in the work of Dan Toward. Sending out a message here and getting out plenty of frustration.
Lovely, again, nice and control, not rushing his work here, Toward. Just forcing Goulding to make a mistake, isn't he? Just trying to get him out of his shell.
Trying to draw him out, right hand there from Goulding. But even though it's spiteful, it's so measured from Toward, measured spite, really dangerous.
We saw it there then, with two-punch combination, pivoting onto the right-hand side, making sure that foot's on the outside, as a southpaw should always be if he can. Shot.
Superb movement.
Trying to have a go here though, Goulding. You got to give him his credit. It's a lovely shot.
But Toward responds every time. Lovely long left hand that time from Dan Toward. The feet just set everything up. Made Goulding miss there and then made him pay.
Goulding trying to force the pace, and I wouldn't say that's the wrong thing, but unfortunately he's just walking onto punches here from Toward. Shot.
Just swayed out of the way and threw the left hook and then a shot to the body, and Goulding can't see them coming from all kinds of angles here.
Oh, the jab's really good here from Toward, isn't it? Here it is again. He's really tried to be competitive here, hasn't he, Goulding, to his credit?
Again, that left to the body and then just missed with the left hand upstairs, and then digs the right into the body. Toward seeing him a bit later on, just getting the final bits and bobs put in place. But we're watching Dan Toward, who's got to his work really well. Connor Goulding has come to fight, as Barry was saying, but Toward has had way too much so far. That said, he dominated against Kakande. The difference is, well, Goulding doesn't have a knockout on his record, doesn't carry too much power, doesn't have that latent danger that the Peacock gym fighter had.
No, but all it takes is one, if he can walk Toward onto a shot as he's coming forward, really commit to it with an overhand left. If it's just want to remind Toward what happened the fight before, and if he starts to panic, all these things have happened in the past, of course, in fights. It's not likely to happen, you wouldn't think, but you never know. And Goulding is trying to force the pace, he's trying to close the distance. But Toward's feet are lovely, and that's spinning, a little pivot round the sides. Fantastic.
It's the furthest from home that Connor Goulding has boxed, having previously boxed in Wigan and Bolton. Done the majority of his work in his home city of Liverpool, but times in this fight so far he's felt a long way from home. Toward, the home fight, has been excellent.
Sorry, mate, that's a lovely body shot there from Toward. Goulding's coming forward, just dipped to his left and ripped it right through the middle. Again, just showing, it's what he does after the punch is impressive. He'll throw a shot, make you slip, or he'll pivot around the side. It's always a movement after he throws a punch, Toward.
But one thing that's so evident when you sit and watch them is the balance of Toward, and he's throwing Goulding off balance all the time. Complete control of the tempo and keeping his shape so well.
Again, he's trying to do the right thing here, though, Goulding. When Toward takes a little step back or lean back, he tries to close that distance quick. But again, the vision there of Toward making him miss, trying to make him pay. He's making Toward work hard here. Yeah,
he is. He's doing his best to push the pace still. Trying to use that jab to get close to the elusive Toward.
Oh, lovely.
Surely these punches are going to take their toll. Oh, lovely left uppercut from Toward, but good response from Goulding, but Toward fired straight back. Oh. Another uppercut, beautifully timed from Dan Toward. And John Smith, for the name of his 4-year-old son Sebastian on the back of his shorts. Now he's going to come out and try and attack Dan Toward. Just try and see if he can put a dent in him.
The effort from Goulding is fantastic, and he's trying, again, I keep saying he's trying to do the right thing, because he is. He's just, Toward just picks his punches so well. He's a talent, isn't he, Toward? So much natural ability.
And if he could just shrug off that defeat, and it wasn't just the defeat, it's the manner of it. But if he can shrug it off and start to build again, well, the sky's the limit.
See, I mean, I think you can shrug it off. I think you can, because he wasn't beat up and he wasn't on box. He just got caught with a good shot, and that can happen.
Starting to land that left uppercut more regularly now, Toward. The pace might be starting to hurt Connor Goulding a bit here.
Oh, lovely long left hand there from Toward again. Could he get a wide stance, a good balance, be able to lean back without leaning over that back foot and still deliver that lovely left hand. And the pressure as well, because Goulding's pressure has been fantastic, but Toward's been able to cope with that pressure quite comfortable.
Doesn't waste too much, does he, Toward? Supremely accurate. Making Goulding miss, make him fall short, and then punish him.
You can see Goulding breaking people down, couldn't you? Just pure pressure, he takes a good shot.
Lovely right hook there for Toward, and he lands it again. Showed real intelligence and ring craft there. He saw it was on again and threw it again.
Oh, really hurt Goulding, and he had to cover it up tight. Lovely right hand there from Toward. Just to generate that power in that short space is fantastic. Trying to walk Goulding onto another shot.
Punch him on the back of the head there, Toward, as he skipped out of the way. Almost a bullfighter there, Toward. Goulding landed a right hand. Toward just brushed.
All the success that he's having.
Penultimate round then. Dan Toward has been excellent after that major setback against Kakande and Brighton. It's in this round that it happened, so he'll be aware of that, but no signs of anything like that from Connor Goulding. No signs either in his career to this point that he could land a shot like that. But as Barry said earlier, if he could walk him onto something, you never know.
And that's been the difference as well. There's just that lateral movement that Toward has. Just being able to find the different angles, slip, evade punches, and find the angle of attack that Goulding can't defend against.
Well, they're getting him to sort out the trunks again here. Doesn't like where the belt line is, doesn't like how high they are.
Well, I think they're about 4 inches over the protector, I think, and I think that's where he's probably deemed where the line is for a legal punch. It's a lovely jab.
Good shot again there from Toward. To Goulding's credit, he keeps coming.
Well, he takes 2 solid shots, and rather than step back and regroup, he just walks forward.
Landed a right hook there, Goulding. Just these little tiny pockets of success, though, and Toward is landing so much.
Again, that lateral movement there from Toward just to make Goulding miss and get back in the centre of the ring in a safe place. You can hear the corner of Goulding say he's there now where you want him, but he is there. But the movement, like we speak about, the lateral movement, the spinning on the, he's not quite there. He's there, but you've got to try and hit a target that's constantly moving and bobbing and weaving in front of you.
Will be straight left hand there for Toward, and he catches him heavily again, and this time Goulding goes. and he looks shaky on his feet. Referee has a long look. Surely needs to call this off, doesn't he? Goulding, to me, doesn't look too responsive there. And Tower's going to land again. He needs to jump in. And finally does. Too late for me. But what a performance from Dan Tower.
Referee Danny McFarlane has stopped the bout. In his opinion, Goulding is in no position to continue. The official decision is a TKO. The winner from Bentley Tottenham Wear, Dan Tower.